Coronavirus has been declared a pandemic, as we all know, and Nigeria has not been an exception to the impact of coronavirus. Lagos State has done all that it can and continues to do all that it can to ensure that they up their game in the fight against coronavirus. The Young Presidents Organization, in a bid to support Lagos State in the fight against COVID-19, commissioned the isolation center in Eti-osa, and it was commissioned by His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, on the 22nd day of April 2020. It started operations on the 23rd day of April 2020 and wrapped up operations on the 31st day of July 2020. Now, what happens to the equipment and everything that was set up to ensure the smooth running of a standard Eti-osa isolation center? All these equipment will be handed over to the Lagos State government, and today we will have the Commissioner of Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, here to receive these equipment on behalf of the Lagos State government to ensure that the fight against COVID-19 still continues.
Oh, it wasn't difficult. I think once we had made, it's a public health crisis, so it has to be run by government. Government needs to know what's happening anywhere, everywhere. YPO were gracious enough to come to government and say we want to help. We need leadership, we need advice. We're not just going to run off and do our own thing, which was great. That's the way it should be. And we gave direction, we gave the benefit of our knowledge on biosecurity, and the biosecurity roadmap was well established, so we were able to give YPO blueprints and tell them exactly what needed to be done. They did that, and they kept coming back to check with us that they're doing the right thing. So it wasn't our first choice that you shut down, but it was an economic inevitability because we're ramping up the economic activity in Lagos, and you chose the center of an economic hive of activity. So I think it was inevitable that we had to relocate this facility rather than put up another tent somewhere else, because we were moving away from tents. Tents are temporary structures. We'd rather work on solid structures which can be used. So we are renovating some other isolation facilities not far from here because we want a geographical distribution of isolation facilities, and so we'll be moving a lot of the equipment to that new facility.
It's been a really exciting day. One of the things that I've always been sort of proud of is the collaboration that we've had with Lagos State throughout the project, but being able to hand over the high-level intensive care equipment, very expensive, intensive care monitoring equipment, ventilators, blood gas monitors, pulse oximeters, all the equipment required to manage critically ill patients. Of course, it's really capital intensive, and I'm just really happy that we've been able to present that to Lagos State. And it's not just an opportunity for Lagos State, obviously, it's an opportunity for all the thousands of patients that will benefit from the equipment. So I'm really, really happy. But what makes me happy is thinking about all the patients across Lagos State that will be able to benefit from this, especially those on the critically ill spectrum.
Speaking with the confidence that I get from the incident commander, the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who's been your incident commander for 6 months, and I've been his deputy. It's been a tough 6 months so far, and it's not over yet. COVID is a reality. I know it may not be your priority. It may not be everybody's priority, because Lagos is, Lagos, and there's a lot going on in Lagos, and sometimes it seems as if, COVID is interfering with everybody's livelihood and opportunities. But it is real, it has killed people, it has made people very sick, and the governor and the entire government of Lagos State have spent incredible amount of time, energy and resources to try and keep Lagos as safe as possible. And I think, you are enjoying the benefit of that huge effort and huge expenditure in time, energy and resources. So I think please listen to what the government is saying, listen to what your governor is saying, listen to what I'm saying, and take the necessary precautions of personal hygiene. Wear your face mask. It's very simple, you just put it on every time you're going out or you're going to encounter another human being. The mask not only protects you, but protects your neighbor. You know? So let's try and do the right thing for Lagos. Thank you.
I think Lagos State has done, well, everybody seems to realize that Lagos State has done a fantastic job. It was ground zero. It looked very, very dire at the beginning, but I think they've had a very focused and data-driven strategy that sort of guided us through the worst of it, and we're eventually coming out better on the other side.
It has finally come to an end. An official handover from the Eti-osa Isolation Center and the Young Presidents Organization to Lagos State as they continue in the fight against COVID-19. Remember, COVID-19 is not yet over. Stay safe, wash your hands, sanitize, and do all the necessary measures. My name is Olive Emodi, and I'm reporting for Wazobia TV.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.